The alt arts from the Sword and Shield era has been dropping in price across the board. It's actually crazy how much some of these cards have been dropping to their newest lows. Who would have thought this would happen to the alt arts in the Sword and Shield era? Because of that, now's a great time to pick up some of the alt arts that you're missing from your collections. So today I'll be going through my top 10 picks of alt arts to pick up right now at a good price to add into your collection. Let's get into it. Right guys, so today we'll be taking a look at TCG Player at a bunch of different alt arts from the Sword and Shield era, and to be fair, they're great. You know, all the alt arts are great. We can all agree that the artwork is just incredible for the alt arts, and I think it was a great move to add these in to the Sword and Shield era. Of course, the alt arts in the Sun and Moon era has been going absolutely crazy, but the alt arts in the Sword and Shield era have been falling like mad. We're deep into the Scarlet and Violet era right now, and Scarlet and Violet era does not yet have alt arts. We've got special illustration rares, and they seem to be doing pretty well in themselves. But the alt arts, the big money cards, the big pulls that you can get in Sword and Shield, they've been falling. So we're going to take a look at which ones to pick up. Let's get into it. Alright, first off, we have the Mew V alt art from Fusion Strike. Now, Fusion Strike is it's a great set, to be fair. I do like Fusion Strike. It is getting more expensive, a bit harder to get hold of, but the Mew is a beautiful card. Pull rates, by the way, in Fusion Strike is terrible. So if you try and pull this, good luck. I mean, it's so difficult. Now, I must say that a lot of the big alt arts in Fusion Strike, the Gengar, the Mew, and now the big alt arts in Fusion Strike, the Gengar, the Espeon, the Mew VMAXs, are doing incredibly well. They're holding their value. Gengar's still over $200. The Espeon's holding it around, what, 130, 140. They're doing really well. The Mew, however, has been dropping, and it's pretty cheap, to be fair, for a beautiful, stunning alt art. Mew's a big fan favorite. I love this artwork of this card, by the way. Let's take a look at this. We're looking at $27 right now. Over the past 3 months, it was around 32, 33. We go back a year, and we can get a good idea of what's been going on. I mean, this card has dropped nearly 50%. in the past year. And bearing in mind, like I say, Fusion Strike is getting harder to get hold of, getting more expensive. The other alt arts in the set are holding good value, really tough pull rates, but the value of this card is dropping like crazy. So I think now's a great time. I mean, I've seen it over here in the UK. Sometimes you can pick this up for like 25 to 30 pounds. That's just an absolute bargain. So yeah, I think right now it's a good one to get. Then we got the Alphabet Soup coming in, the Unknown V from Silver Tempest. Now, I actually talked about this in a recent video. We did cover this, and it is crazy, right? Look at the price of this. $15, guys. $15 for this card. I mean, even in the past 3 months, it's dropped from 24. It's dropped, you know, half already in the past month. We go back a year, this card was over $45, nearly $50. We're looking at 15. What the hell's going on? Over here in the UK, you can see this be selling for anywhere between 15 to 20 pounds. Great deal, by the way. Silver Tempest recently got reprinted. That's one of the reasons why all of the cards have dropped in value, including the Lugia. Now, I haven't included Lugia in this list because Lugia is still reasonably expensive, right? We're looking at 120, 130 plus. So it is holding somewhat of its value, still above that $100. But the rest of these alt arts in this set have been dropping like crazy. And this is cool. This is a nice artwork. I rate it. Pull rates in Silver Tempest, they're okay. But again, trying to get alt arts is very difficult. So this is a great one. And then we're keeping the trend with Silver Tempest with the Regidrago V. And again, this alt art has been dropping like crazy. Let's take a look. $13 to $14. I mean, it hasn't dropped massively in the past 3 months. You know, it was around $19, $20. But we go back the past year. Oh boy. This was around $50. So more than the Unknown. And it is now $14, guys. $14. It's absolutely crazy. This is basically the price of like 4 booster packs. So yeah, this is just mind-boggling. Now's a great time to pick up. I like the artwork. I've always liked the artwork of this card. It's not my favorite card in the set, but it is still nice. Guys, honestly, Silver Tempest alt arts. We haven't even covered the Skunk Tank either. That's even cheaper. They're really good to pick up. I mean, Lugia is really the only card I would say that's holding the set together. I mean, you've got the Trainer Gallery Rayquaza VMAX, but let's be honest, that isn't as big as the Lugia. But it's definitely bigger than these two arts that we just looked at. Right, on to Lost Origin. Again, I talked about the Galarian Berserker in a recent video. Been dropping like crazy. Lost Origin, just like Silver Tempest, just not long ago, a reprint, maybe a couple of months ago. Prices are dropping across the board. I mean, the Giratina, I must admit, it is holding incredible value. It's showing its resilience just because of how tough it is to pull, right? It's absolutely ridiculous. The Aerodactyl has been dropping as well. Aerodactyl's not in this list, but it has dropped below 100. It's like about 80. Which is actually pretty good. I mean, Over here, you can probably pick up the Aerodactyl for about 65, so it's actually pretty good. So the Glaring Berserker, we're looking at $15. I mean, we go back 3 months, it was around 26, so it's dropped around about $10 already in the past 3 months. We go back the past year, and again, we look at another card that was around that 40 to mid 40 range, dropping to as low as 15. I really like the artwork of this card, I really do. I'm not a huge fan of the Berserker in general, but the artwork I do like, and it's quite nice. And of course, you've got other cards in this set. This set doesn't really have that many alternate arts. You've got the Unknown V, you've got the Rotom V as well, which is an okay art, but not the greatest. Glaring Berserker, I think it's got a very strong trainer gallery. Obviously, the Aerodactyl and the Giratina are holding good. But, this is a great one to get. Okay, then we're going on to Astral Radiance. Now, Astral Radiance is an interesting one. We're looking at the Dialga, okay? This is my favourite card from the set. I think the artwork's beautiful. Look at the price, right? $24. This dropped from 31. Now, this hasn't held insane value for a while. We go back a year, it was still around 50 or over 50, and now we're looking at 24. So it dropped 50% in a year, okay? Now, Astral Radiance is interesting because Astral Radiance hasn't actually been printed as much as Brilliant Stars, Silver Tempest, or Lost Origin. Booster boxes are trickling up. It's a set where people just kind of, I wouldn't say ignored it, but they preferred to open some other sets than Astral Radiance. The Machamp, right, from this set has dropped under $100. I believe it's like 80, 85 now. We are looking at cards across the board just dropping in general in the Sword and Shield era. It's actually crazy. I mean, talking about these cards, but you imagine some of the ones from Evolving Skies have dropped as well. If they're dropping, others are as well. This is still a beautiful card. I really, really like the Dialga. It's one of my favourite cards in the set. Again, not easy to pull. Astral Radiance is getting a little bit more expensive. Pull rates are good, but not amazingly good, especially for alt arts. But overall, this is a good one to get. And then we've got the Palkia. Kind of goes hand in hand with the Dialga. This is, again, very unique, very cool looking artwork. And again, this one, $22. It was around $35. It has been dropping. We go back a year. Similar story to the Dialga. We're looking around $50 or over $50, and now $22. Dropped over 50% in the past year. Guys, now is the time. I mean, any of these alt arts that you're getting for $20, under $20, even under $30, in my opinion, it's just a bargain, right? Again, you're looking at an alt art that's probably the cost of what, maybe 6-pack? Cool. You're not gonna, the chance of you pulling this in 6 packs, just 6 random packs, it's just not gonna happen, right? You might as well just pick up this card, especially if you're getting in good condition, good quality, or if you're not too bothered about grading, then that's fine. But these are good. These are good. Well, then we're with the Arceus. We're going Brilliant Stars time now. Now, the Arceus, in my opinion, is one of the nicest alt arts in the Sword and Shield era. I think it looks beautiful, to be fair. Now, Brilliant Stars did recently got, let's say, like restock / reprinted. Prices have been, getting a lot better. Charizard still, I would say, holding strong. It's holding on for dear life. The Charizard itself is around $100, or just slightly over $100, which is crazy. Arceus, however, $24. This card has been going up and then down, basically. Around, was 30, only dropped $5 in the past month, which isn't too bad. But we go back a year. Again, we can see this card, another one that's sitting around that 45 range, now dropping. To be fair, hasn't dropped as much as some of the others, which we saw from like Silver Tempest and Lost Origin, but it still has dropped nearly 50%. It's a beautiful card. Brilliant Stars does have good pull rates. In my opinion, I still think Brilliant Stars is a fantastic set to open. There are a ton of amazing cards in there, but the value is not there anymore. I mean, Charizard's dropping, the Arceus is dropping, all of the other alt arts and sets, some of the others, this is the second most expensive, but all the others are like under $20. So, now's a great time to pick up a card like Arceus. Big fan favorite, beautiful artwork. Brilliant Stars has good quality, control, good condition cards. I mean, every single card I've sent off, there's been Brilliant Stars has come back PSA 10. So, yeah, I mean, absolutely fantastic. But like I say, Arceus is a good one. Right, we're going to Chill and Rain, Chill and Pain now. We're looking at the Zoro V. Now, I actually love a lot of the alt arts in Chill and Rain. Chill and Rain has an insane amount of alt arts in it. Loads. It was hard to pick one for this video, but to be fair, I think the Zoro is probably one of the better ones to pick because of the price swings. Now, what has been going on with the rest of Chill and Rain? I mean, even the Flaming Chicken KFC Blaziken has been dropping in price. I mean, it's dropped $40, $50 in the past few months. So a lot of these cards are going down in price. Even though Chill and Rain is getting more expensive, booster boxes are reaching $150 plus. It is actually quite interesting. Beautiful card this is. We're looking at $38. So again, it has been dropping a fair amount from $50 to $38. So nowhere near as crazy as we've seen some of the other price swings. but it is dropping. We go back the past year though, we can see the real story of this card going from about 71, 72 down to 38. So it's nearly dropped 50%. And we see that with quite a lot of the other alt arts from this set. The Legendary Bird Trio, they've dropped in value. There's actually been a couple of alt arts that's actually gone up in value over time. But the Zoro was always a pretty like mid to high tier level alt art in the set. But now it's a pretty good one. And I think this is going to be a nice one to add in any collection just because how tough the pull rates are and how expensive Chillrain's getting. And then finally we have the Empoleon V art from Battle Stars. Now you'd be thinking, Battle Stars, what the hell's going on here? Right, Battle Stars getting more expensive. We know the pull rates of Battle Stars, just like Fusion Strike and Chillrain, suck, right? But Battle Stars actually has some cards that's holding value. I mean, the Sleepy Boy T-Tar is actually holding still around $100. It's actually doing pretty well, to be fair. I mean, the Urshifu's dropped and a few of others are dropped, and so is the Empoleon. The Empoleon actually is a really nice art as well. Let's take a look at this, $23. It was around $30, so it has had that bit of a dip over the past 3 months. If we go back a year though, it hasn't dropped as much. We're looking around 40 down to around that 23. It hasn't dropped anywhere near as much, but still nearly 50%. Again, another alt art from a set that's getting a bit tougher to get, to be fair, and fine, like booster boxes to crack open. But again, pull rates are, you know, terrible, but the Empoleon is still a beautiful card, and there are a lot of beautiful cards actually in Battle Stars. I myself have Master Set, one of my favorite sets, and to be fair, you know, it's actually pretty good going. So there you have it, guys. Those are 10 alt arts I think you should pick up to add into your collection. Honestly, it's crazy. Like, the prices have been dropping like mad. I mean, we didn't even touch Evolving Skies today. I mean, some of them are still high value, but they've just been dropping. They've just been dropping. I will be doing a video soon about Evolving Skies. I don't want to keep going on about Evolving Skies, but we can't ignore what's going on because prices have been dropping. I mean, let's give an example. The Moonbreon has dropped over $100, okay? Crazy stuff. So, yes, I think right now, alt arts, especially in the Sword and Shield era, are pretty good. And I think you can get them now from a really good price, especially the ones under $30, around 20. Honestly, guys, bargain. Absolute bargain. But if you made this far into the video, guys, and you've enjoyed it, make sure to smash that like button and make sure you subscribe for more Pokemon content. And let me know down in the comments which of these alt arts would you want to pick up, or did I miss any in this list which you feel like is a great pickup right now? Because there are a ton of amazing ones which I didn't even cover that have been dropping in value. And to be fair, now's a great time. If you want to know what's going on in the Pokemon singles market right now, from the climbers to the ones that are dropping through the floor, then make sure to click on this video right here. If you watch more Pokemon content, guys, you know what to do, of course. Make sure to smash that subscribe button. Alright guys, that's it from me in this video. As always, you guys are legends, and I'll see you in the next one.